which is more damaging? Ghosting the person or letting them know, hey, listen, you just not what I'm looking for right now?
Letting them know.
So you really done? Like really?
So to me, that's that moment is where people just drive right past. And look how you are. And I'm just saying, I just recently just did this with one. I was like, hey, do you know this dude couldn't shake you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's not say he's so different. Listen to you. Now you doing this. You probably did it. Like, none of this you seen. Like, he never seen this. It's like,
and now you mad with him.
I'm not saying he right, but I'm saying, hey, you know.
No, and it's all right. Because listen, some feelings might get hurt, but I think it better to be off the truth and eat off the truth than live off a lie. Because what you're saying is so factual, and I never thought of it in terms of how you word it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's the same what you're saying. It's not like I don't want to cut you off, but I'm saying it is like, hey, you went at when I first met you, we was talking, trying to get to know each other. You like, oh, well, you like did it too. Like we was so in tune. We're learning stuff about each other. I never would have thought while we was kicking it, you was like, so that's your phone ring. Like you didn't do that. So I was attracted to how you were. Now you like, oh, so somebody, that's Clarence calling you again, huh? Mm-hmm. Like all the stuff that's like, I would have never talked to you like this.
Yeah.
And that part, I think a lot of times women won't ever say, hey, don't you know in the beginning, if you wouldn't have did A, B, C, D, he would have never talked to you if you'd have been the girl you are today. I know that's hard. That's hard for women to believe. I ask women right now, do you really believe he was going to be with you today?
Right.
He loves you today.
And this is my thing is, ladies, you're going to have to excuse your excuses because when it comes to the things that you mentioned or when women will say, hey, well, it's because of what I mean. Last dude I had, he would save his numbers as his auntie name. Or he would, you see what
Chick-fil-A, churches.
Right. So
they got all the food.
So now, Clarence calling your phone seem like, oh, that ain't Clarence.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying excuse your excuses because that don't nobody care about that. That you can't fault that man for things that he never done because of the next man who he don't even probably know in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? And now he's
got all this history.
Right. And now that is the reason why.
Right.
And so to me, excuse me, but don't nobody care about that. Don't nobody care about the last woman that treated your man poorly and have him in the mindset now he don't care about treating a woman fairly. He don't want to be wrong. You see what I'm saying? No woman is like, well, listen, right? I ain't got time for that. If you ain't ready to date, listen. I mean, I can off the top of my head throw these out because they so common, they so frequent. So when it comes to a woman self-sabotaging something, when it comes to a woman putting herself in a position where now she may be a great woman. Ladies, you may be a great woman, but at the same time, if you're doing some of these things, it makes it harder for a man to feel like that you're gonna be able to last this time, that you just gonna be worth it for him, right? And while you would fault a man for saying that, hey, you know what? Maybe something better out there. Maybe I don't want to get married right away, just because I don't feel like I don't want to be missing out.
Yeah.
Now that and here go the real part. This is what trip you out is. When the commitment is being made, when he finally do say, hey, I'm going to kick these other chicks to the curb. I'm going to really focus on you. Now that's when everything switch up. It's almost like, well, who changed faster? Why is it that soon as I said, and it ain't even he got to say, I do. He got to say, yeah, we can move together. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You can move in or, oh, yeah, we can do this. We can take it to this next level. That's a phrase that's going to take it to the next level. We can take it to the next level. And then all of a sudden, now he regretting everything that he's supposed to have committed to. You women looking at him like, oh, you changed.
Right. I'm finna give out a secret, man. I just feel led to do it.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Here's the secret. A lot of times, women, I will tell you this. A lot of times, he saw, you showed all your cards too quick. So you got cheated on because you showed him your hand. Mm-hmm. Your whole hand. Like, ain't no more to you.
And that side right there got real you.
Like now the guy, everything he's pursuing, that there's no more mystery. There's no more, man, I think she great. This it. You done gave him everything. Tutor Buddha from the fruiter up,
right.
Slap and flip the river down, switch side, gave everything to him. He done met your mom, you done told him life story, like there's no more to you. And you get cheated on today because he wants to now grow with you and ain't no more to you. And I hate to say this, ladies, a lot of them get cheated. It's and don't look at it like, what do you mean? I gave him my all. That means I get cheated on because I gave him my all. Look at it like this. It's a guy, he's pursuing something. He's at a job and he just found out they never gonna give him a raise.
Man,
just think about it.
That's deep.
It's a great job,
right? No doubt.
But you never get no more from me.
No matter what I do, no matter how hard I work, no matter how much.
Because this is it.
This is This is
you ain't, like you don't like you at your job, like you ain't got no dreams, you ain't pursuing nothing, like you just love him. And you look up one day, you like, all I want to do is be with you, baby. I want like, and you think you're doing good because you know he's a bad boy, he's a good boy. You pursue his dream, you help him get a job, and you keep forgetting ain't no more to you. And I'm not saying it's okay for a guy to cheat on you, but I'm telling you right now, I've seen it. And we're talking about 20 years of passion and talking to couples. I've seen when men totally lose interest because it ain't no more to you.
That's cold-blooded. And the reason why that's so cold to me is because, of course, a woman feel like, well, what do I do? And the part is like what I said earlier, where the more he commit, the more you show your true side. And which is why so many women get lost in this. We date and we've been together for 10 years. Right. Remember to talk about the situation with the little island or something, they go off and then they, the man and woman was together for 10 years and all of this, and he ain't want to marry her, find her chickens in 2 weeks.
Right.
He talking about when you know. Listen, I would have knocked his teeth out. When you the whole left side of his would have been chiclets. Why? Because how you gonna be with somebody 10 years but again, think about this. Think about how deep this goes when a woman feel like, hey, I'm pursuing marriage, right? He said that he was also pursuing marriage. I got with this man because, hey, listen, I'm marriage minded. I wanted to get with somebody marriage minded. Now, when y'all get into a relationship, it don't go from the stage of talking and kicking it, cooling out, hanging out, to we gonna really do something and move forward together. And at that moment, in that gap, that's where everything changed. And when now, where you said, well, I thought, well, where was we going? I thought we was in the same mindset.
Right.
You get trapped in that state, and it ain't cause he's just a bad guy.
Right.
The label says.
Right.
He's a trash man. He playing games. That's what the label said. That's what the women will categorize a man. What they will put that stigma over him to say, well, how can you be with her? If you don't want her, let her go. Right. Woman will say, even if he didn't want her, don't leave me. Ain't that cold? Women will say, if you don't want to, let her go. The woman he with say, even if you don't want me, just don't leave me. Just, we work this out. Right. And in that, 5 years passed. 7 years done gone by.
You just gonna knock off like we through? You done now?
And then all of a sudden it's like, what I've been there, come on now. Because my mama asking me when we gonna, and that's how it happened. That's how it gets so, that's why it's so cold.
What was it?
Huh?
No, I'm just reading this. So you have to give examples. I don't mind. This means he's not the one. When your best isn't good enough, it's time to go. We're supposed to follow the man with a vision now. He wants to follow my vision. No deal, dude. Don't worry about me. Just leave. So here's the problem. So here's what I'm saying, ladies. A lot, and I'm
appreciate y'all commenting too.
It's getting get raw here. It's finna get free game. A lot of times, ladies feel like what you don't give him is your body.
Okay.
So women feel like I'm supposed to just save my body, till he right. Now, just listen to Pastor Dozier for a second. Mm-hmm. Biblically, what you're saving to marriage is intimacy, not panties.
Go deep on that. Hold on.
Okay, so listen. So we all been taught.
I think
save yourself till you get married, like that was Bible. So you think if I save, panties physically, then I win. That's not true. That's not true.
That's so funny. One of my area tips are going to go ahead.
Yeah. So
you already
you saving your cooter. I'm not telling you it's the right thing to do. But it's the intimacy. Like, so for instance, right now, Clarence had in him a dream that was brewing probably when you met Quill.
Right.
Now, here's the problem. What men love, and I tell women all the time, you don't get to tell your man who you are to him. He gets to decide who you are to him. But a man always loves pursuit. Y'all think it's about the panties, but it's not that. So when that man feels like there's something greater in you, he gonna ride because he don't want to lose out on
that
with
potential,
you.
that
The potential.
right, that he's seeing you.
Right. So women think, oh, I'm gonna follow his potential. He's a good dude. Like, but you forget the man's that way too. And a lot of women, I hate to say this, and please don't get mad at me. Your whole world revolves around the guy. So he think you got dreams, you'll be a great woman, you got some stuff, and he want to be a part of that with you. Then he meet you, and guess what? Ain't nothing to you. All you wanted was to cook a little ham sandwich with him and throw that little ragged little booty around that you got, and you don't know he's not interested anymore because there's no more intimate part to you. Right. There's no I'm just being real. I'm saying that there's no more dreams. You ain't got no goals. You ain't got nothing that he can feel like, man, you really like, and you ain't got your own clout. Most times you revolve around the guy. When a man sees, now I got my own dreams, I'm working on this, he starts recognizing either way I got to step up because she going somewhere. So I'm just saying, I gotta be devil's advocate, right? Because I know I can my ears tingle. Cool. Normally when my ears go to tingling, that means somebody got an adverse reaction to that. Right. That means somebody out there probably in Facebook land, in the comments somewhere saying to themselves, but what about this, right? So when you talk about how a woman being her own, revolving her life around him, he might have saw her initially, boom, she got dreams, ambitious goals. And then all of a sudden, she meets him and then it changed or that evaporates. Now it's all about him. Right. Now, I know some women out there probably going to say, Pastor Dozier, ain't not supposed to do that. Ain't not supposed to do that. Right. Ain't that isn't that what y'all want? Isn't that what men say they want? To that you say what? So I say it got to be a balance. So you don't lose you because you got to know it goes back to, I can never forget something about me this day made this guy pursue me. I tell every woman, if you're married 10 years later, always go back and say, something about me made this guy choose me. Don't lose that piece along the ride. A lot of times women also, I've seen people married, they get babies and stuff, and because you're not going to change that part of a man. Men are different. I hate to say to women, you get married, everything about you can change. You got a different favorite color, and you want to go here now. Right, and you like so, but that man is different. What he saw in you that made him peculiar about you, that oddness, that weirdness, that's why he can take you having a baby, losing weight, gaining weight. That don't move him. He'll take your little pouch. I know, but because it's the other stuff. And once you lose that, I'm telling you, not a man got to convince himself every day. What am I doing here? Right. I'm not saying, ladies, there's nothing wrong with, hey, you meet a man and now you put him in your world. But I'm saying to lose all of you. And you forgot that, hey, this man saw a woman pursuing life, pursuing dreams, whatever that was. He wanted to be a part of that, not for you to shut it down. So I'm saying there's a balance in it. But I'm just trying to say, we want to say, hey, how do you stop a man from cheating? Number one is you don't give a man everything in the refrigerator. Right. And you can't give everything. And here's the thing, though. I agree with that a whole 100%. I just think in the midst of that, that's when the insecurity comes up. That's when the checking your phone comes up. Because I done gave everything. And now I'm changing physically. Some things in my life are changing, right? So all of a sudden now, again, it doesn't excuse him cheating. No. Disclaimer, we are not saying as men, it's okay. Put your hands in the air, what you gonna do? Sorry. No, but at the same time, if we do speak honestly about the things that as men we gonna talk about, but feel we can't say, in a circle of women, these are some of the things that are talked about. So please try to take some value in that. I think Pastor Dozier 100% right. I just think along the way, everything, all them insecurity gonna